I did turn in my statement of fact so that there's more than the police record on the record. I have not harmed anyone, and the cameras will reflect that if we are to go that far. But I would like to motion to settle.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I want to settle because I'm the card holder in X relation to the principal, and I do not want to be
I have
mistaken.
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I yield.
Very personal and sensitive information regarding my sovereignty as a chief of a sovereign tribe. That's why I invoked also the Peace and Friendship Treaty between the United States and Morocco, in which I do qualify for that. And also you can contact the Embassy of Morocco.
No, so I'm familiar with that treaty, and it is a trade treaty. It has nothing to do with your right to commit crimes anywhere you feel like.
No, ma'am. It has nothing to do with me committing crimes, but they will vouch that I am royalty, and Morocco has granted me as part of their royalty, and they will vouch for me. I assure you.
You can't be a royalty in Morocco and a Native American. That's not possible.
Bro, we're literally 20 seconds in, and this man already declared himself royalty. Not just any royalty, Moroccan royalty, and a sovereign tribal chief at the same time. This is peak sovereign citizen energy. You can actually see the judge's soul leave her body for a second.
Have you been to the doctor regarding the COVID diagnosis?
It's against my religion.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Then I'm going to say, okay, you've got COVID. I want you here. When's our last block? 3 o'clock today. Wear a mask if you're going to represent yourself.
I can't make that. Is there a later date?
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah. Finish.
Oh, no, actually, I was also moving to place you and the clerk as fiduciaries over the trust. And I'll be able to supply you all with the adequate assurance certificate of security to settle in.
This judge is done. The way she says, "I have no idea what you're talking about," is the most honest response I've ever heard in court. These sovereign citizen arguments always start with treaties, ancient laws, made-up titles, everything except the actual charges.
Offset charges.
Okay. Well, you will be doing nothing to me and nothing to my clerk. So whatever that motion was, that's denied. Would you like to proceed next on this?
Did this man just try to appoint the judge and the clerk as fiduciaries over the trust? This is a sovereign citizen equivalent of a kid yelling, "My mom says I'm in charge." It doesn't work legally or in real life.
Entering a plea of demurrer.
Okay, you've already done that.
I've already entered a plea of demurrer. I'm not sure when that took place other than right now.
That took place on the arraignment on the complaint, sir.
I never pleaded demurrer.
You stood mute, you stood demurrer. You don't even know what that means. You're just using words and have no concept as to what they mean.
Demurrer and mute are two separate things, but that's neither here nor there.
No, they're not. You have no legal degree. They are not. They are not. They are not. They are virtually the same thing.
This part kills me. He's arguing definitions of legal terms he clearly Googled 5 minutes before court. The judge is literally telling him he doesn't know what he's talking about, and she's right.
Now, Mr. Allen, if you don't want to cooperate and handle things, he wanted you in the middle of the podium where you're supposed to be. If you don't want to be there, then say no. I'm telling you now to do it.
If you want me to stand close to the mic, no problem.
Sir, you want to play a game with me? No, not today. Mr. Allen, take him. We'll bring him back out when he wants to cooperate.
You can actually feel the judge's patience snap here. When she says, "Not today," that's the moment she decided recess was over. And honestly, she gave him way more chances than he deserved.
Oh,
I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
We want to do it.
Drawing my name from the record on that one. Thank you.
I know. How do you?
Record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I'm the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right.
Here we go again, another flesh and blood man, refusing to acknowledge his legal name. Every sovereign citizen thinks this line is a cheat code for freedom. Spoiler, it never works. Ever.
And none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you.
There were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence.
In this moment, everything shifts. The judge's patience is gone, and you can literally feel the tension crack through the courtroom. Shows the defendant trying to talk his way out. But the judge shuts it down instantly. This is where the tone changes, from routine hearing to full confrontation. Watch how the judge regains total control in seconds.
You wish to have an attorney, or if you wish to represent yourself?
This is a trust or sophisticated trust action. And so I'm your sui juris in pro persona. You know what that means. And so we can prove.
I don't know what it means because it's nonsense, but no.
My rights were violated. My rights were violated. My right to travel freely unencumbered was violated. There was no emergency in which the officer needed to put on his red and blue lights. And so, again, if status cannot be set, jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
That's denied. So you've made your record.
To say some sovereign citizen information that you wanted to make a record of.
I am an American non-citizen national that's defined in the United States Code. And I do believe that underneath copyright, once my name is copyrighted through the Daily News, once I put that copyright on your paperwork, that's something called copyright impoundment. That means that under Erie Railroad versus Tompkins, the fictitious entity under due process of law does not apply to my sui juris living being.
This is the part where the courtroom becomes a full-blown sovereign citizen convention. Copyrighted names, trust law, sui juris, all caps letters. It's like listening to a conspiracy bingo card in real time.
Higher supreme law, such as the statute, which is supreme law of the land under Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution. Federal statutes override state statutes, along with the Packer versus Banton case I cited and sent a quote from the law book on that clearly said from the U.S. Supreme Court that the people have a right to use the roads, not a privileged right. And as long as you're not using the streets for profit, which I wasn't doing, and there was no evidence. And the cops have no evidence of that. So I was exercising my right to travel, didn't need a license, insurance, registration, none of that. So nothing self-incriminating about what I say. There's no...
What is the name of the crime?
I told you it's driving while license suspended, 3rd degree, and operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device.
The classic right to travel argument. They all say it. They all lose. The judge even tells him exactly what he's charged with. And he still acts like there's some hidden clause that magically makes traffic laws disappear.
Who has a claim against me? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to settle the matter. I'm not arguing the facts. I'm just trying to take care of this and
And we
guys-
cannot
you wanna give-
proceed while your ability to understand the nature of the
What do you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case. I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff.
The defendant keeps pushing, interrupting, and challenging every instruction, and the judge finally hits breaking point. You can see the frustration building with each word. This is the moment where the judge draws a hard line, shutting down the excuses and taking charge of courtroom. The shift in authority here is intense and unmistakable.
Can you answer that question, please?
Mr. Richard, I am authorized by the revised Code of Washington to sit in this court. I'm duly appointed to be a municipal court judge. I've taken my oath. You're charged with a violation of the RCW and the Lake Forest Park Municipal Code.
Why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath to uphold the Constitution?
I know you don't think that it applies to you, but it does.
Mr. Styron, we're going to go through this again. What do we want to do in this case? You understand what you charged with, sir?
So, I understand what the charges are against me, yeah.
Okay, look, you're gonna have to give me straightforward answers to my questions because I've got to make sure that you understand certain things. I got to do certain things here.
From my understanding,
You understand, first of all, that if you do indeed direct, you want to smile about it and laugh about it, take him back. We'll call him out later. Take him back. You keep laughing. You laugh one more time, that's 30 days. Go continue.
And this ending, wow. Laughing in court is wild enough. But laughing at the judge while she's assessing competency? That's a speed run to contempt. She gave him one warning, and you can see she meant every word.